Greetings, I am Lies.
And I am
Scandal.
Scandal.
Yes, you got it.
Hey, let's play a game together. Whee!
We got this. We're fine.
Woo! Okay.
Yeah. All right. So,
Rena?
Rena.
Your memory's amazing.
I looked down at the floor, which is past her and definitely past the wheelchair, because you can't just look down at the floor when you're sitting.
I'm looking down at my crutch.
I look at my knees and my feet. Granny Baba senses my sadness.
My profile doesn't give it away, nor does my head falling down and the sadness of my brow as it crinkles up.
She is deeply perceptive.
She's psychic. Did something happen to her?
Oh, she died. I mean, she's in the ICU. Because I have no idea whether or not any of this information would be, something I, one, shouldn't tell you, or two, might stress you out or be a problem. Still hasn't woken up. Everyone in the ICU isn't always unconscious at all times, so you are being broken information here, mister.
You are wild.
Hi.
I see. It's that mysterious illness of hers.
You seem really knowledgeable this time around.
Yeah, the waifu disease? Oh, honey, they tell us about that all the time.
Did you used to have it? Did you survive?
Yes.
Oh. I'm completely genuine. Did you used to have it? Did you survive? Asks a person. I can totally see someone doing this in a movie, especially someone in like the himbo archetype being like, did you survive? Talking to the person. No, it killed me. Sorry.
Actually,
that's
I am a
terrible.
spirit wandering this world. You've discovered me. Boom! I have been freed from the shell.
That is right. Sigh. Has to be her illness.
Right. Oh, young man, give a little smile for Granny, won't you?
Young man, you're a man and you're young.
I say,
smile. You look better when you smile.
That's kind of what I was thinking. And
You
then
look
somewhere Wednesday Addams goes,
You look so much better when you smile. They're here to pay you compliments.
Grown
Grown Up Wednesday Addams was an amazing series, and I'm sorry it ended. I loved it.
I am also very angry that they tried basically very
sue her?
aggressively, to like sue her as far as I know, or like just pull it down really hard.
It was pretty bad.
It was really bad.
I thought
Like-
she was, one, very respectful, and two, had done transformative work on the original,
Yeah, like that was really incredible. Like
It was
if you have not seen Grown Up Wednesday Addams, and if you can find it, please enjoy it. Like it was really good.
recommend it. That is the full name, and yeah, it's there. Anyway, or at least it used to be. Probably some people have it archived somewhere.
Yeah.
All right. I wish I could, but it feels like there's a heavy weight on my shoulders, and I use my shoulders to smile.
And sport.
But I can't smile without my shoulders.
Because no sport.
Ah,
And Rena, I mean.
it's difficult
Oh my god.
to smile with a weight on my shoulders.
I know how it's almost impossible to say positive, but if Rena was here, she'd want you to stop worrying. Wouldn't she?
You don't sound like the same person
At
all. Knowing her, yes, she would like me to be happy, even if that's not at all my concern for her in any way.
And that's exactly what we should do. We should focus on happy thoughts.
You just need a happy thought and some magic fairy dust.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's fine.
And
Happy
eventually
thoughts.
you will be able to fly.
Ay, is that what'll happen?
Yeah.
All right. We should. When did it go from you to we? We're now a group.
Oh,
She's doing that leader thing of we need to do this.
Yes.
You don't think just about you, it's all of us.
And again, it's not always a negative thing.
No.
Sometimes it's basically to go, we understand that you are also struggling.
It's
We as the team do, and we are trying to be here to support you in the way that we can.
It's a type of leadership behavior.
Yes, but also at the same time, too, you've got to be aware that it can also be incredibly manipulative in that way. And that's usually what it is. Because manipulation, believe it or not, can also be a good thing. Manipulation is not always inherently negative. It's just a thing you do. Look what I do. I'm a patient in the Alzheimer's ward, but that doesn't stop me from living my life with happiness. I know I'm fucking losing my mind all the time, and I'm just fine with it. It's great.
I mean, if you can be positive and you're like, I I don't want to say resigned to your fate or whatever. You're just like, you know what? I'm gonna have the best time possible. Whenever I remember, that's what I'm trying to do. Like,
Right.
props to you. That sounds incredible, Granny Baba.
Wow.
Wow. You don't let anything get in the way.
And
That's such a generic statement. Again, all these statements feel so impersonal. Whoa, I just missed one because my finger bounced.
whoops.
He said something there, I'm sure.
So cheer up. And if there's anything I can do to help, I'm all ears.
Nothing but ears. Got it.
Okay.
I can ask her how she's able to overcome her condition. What?
What?
Granny Baba is not overcoming her condition?
What?
Or are we asking, but perhaps her Alzheimer's is a sensitive topic. I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to talk about it.
What?
She's not overcoming Alzheimer's, dear.
Honey?
Do you mean how she's able to function while still having her condition, or how not being sad while she's having her condition? Do you mean like overcome like despair or unhappiness? Because like if you are overcoming it, it's going away.
Yeah.
Either way, I would like to hear more about channeling my inner happiness.
Learn more.
That's what I said. I would like to
You
learn more.
said- hear more is what you said.
Oh, sorry, that said learn. All right.
That's
About channeling my inner happiness from none other than Granny Baba. Actually, Granny Baba, there's something I would like to know.
I thought we were going to have a choice there.
I thought so too.
What is it, young man?
What should I ask? Here it is.
Okay.
Here it is.
Yeah.
What should I do? Again, a special scene with Granny Baba, or don't ask her that question.
But she's been fine I don't.
He is very curious about the disease, though, and
He
has been
is.
super nosy. I think he would do this.
Yeah, it's fine.
I think he would totally do this. It's weird that it's the same sort of pink sparkliness, though. Like, is this a romance option somehow, or does this game just have a totally different format than all the other ones we've played?
It's fine.
Going-
You just want a special extra scene where you just
might
get to
as
find
well ask her. It's interesting that it's like there's just extra scenes,
out. Yeah.
I guess. May never get the chance again, since I assume she's gonna die.
Well, it's also frustrating. So one of the reasons I think we're also being critical of the extra scenes, not that they're necessarily bad from a world building perspective, but the game itself is already really hollow,
Yeah.
and they really don't, one, seem to add all that much, and two, they're so vague.
Yeah, like the whole thing of, I am the chef! You need people who love you to help you through! And going,
This
okay.
weird, vague platitudes, insert whatever the hell you want here.
And
Kind of
also,
thing.
we
it
have
feels
no
very
connection
empty.
to these characters. We
No.
also have very little connection to the struggle, and also it shows up at times of going, we're now going to find out that your leg is basically the same as it's been since the beginning of the story, but it will be devastating this time around. We've also had no connection to your process with your leg, and then suddenly this. There's no emotional payoff in these scenes,
No.
because there's no, like, setup, build-up. So, Alzheimer's disease is a serious condition, right?
Right? Sometimes, depending on how you look at it.
I appreciate that you are equipped to coherently tell me about it.
There are times when I just open my eyes and wonder where I am.
That is probably an accurate description, but it's wild that you could just tell me.
Well-
And the thing is that she may not be very far along in Alzheimer's, but they definitely presented it incredibly, like, or it may not be super severe, but if it's not very severe, why isn't she just in a regular care unit? Like, or living, at home or in assisted living and stuff if it's not very bad. On the other hand,
Also, again, my friend has pointed out that Alzheimer's does not automatically mean dementia. So I feel like
Nuh-uh.
what they're doing is Alzheimer's equals dementia.
And so they're going-
Alzheimer's and dementia are separate goddamn things.
yep, they are frequently companioned in late stage Alzheimer's, but they are totally separate. They're not, one's not, you don't require Alzheimer's to get dementia, and dementia is not part and parcel of Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
Like
we even looked it up. So I'm baffled. Kind of this just feels really.
Anyway, it feels really weird. And again, people can have times where they're more coherent than others, for sure. But I don't feel like this is a very good portrayal for the people that I've actually known in my own family that have had Alzheimer's and such, including my step grandpa, my grandma's second husband.
Right.
She he had a serious case of Alzheimer's, and he never, like, when he had it together, it wasn't about new information. It wasn't about the disease and stuff like that. It was about stuff he was really familiar with from the rest of his life. And there's a few examples of this from people that I've met and stuff. And it's really like when they're very together, if they do have episodes of being really not together, then it's usually about things they've been familiar with for long periods of their life. And especially going, this thing that I know how to do and am very familiar with should work and should be happening and I should understand it better.
Right.
Anyway.
And sometimes I would even forget the name of my nurse.
Your private nurse.
But it's not just a matter of simply forgetting things. It's much more complicated than that.
I appreciate you saying so, but I'm not sure if the game can help us with that.
Other than losing your memory from time to time, it feels like,
I'm still like,
Um.
we went into a room, except for what you did was you rotated slightly in the same hallway.
Yeah, it's fine.
It doesn't work.
How should I put this?
We'll get to choose for her how she should put it.
It feels like a certain emptiness inside.
Okay.
Like you're a glass of water, and the water slowly gets drained of liquid.
Right. The water gets drained of liquid, but the water stays there with no liquid in it. I think you mean the glass slowly gets drained of liquid.
The water slowly gets drained of liquid.
What do you have left of water if you take
Ice.
the liquid away? Ice.
Gel.
Steam. The
Hydrogen.
mineral components. There's nothing sitting in the glass except for, oxygen and
Hydrogen.
like,
It's so
oh my
bad.
God. Hydrogen. Yep, it's fine. All right.
We just split the atoms here.
Yep,
and they
just slowly, and the liquid goes away.
Yep.
And
in the end, you're just an empty glass with no purpose, no direction in life.
some
Okay.
people have that even when they're feeling great.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Like,
depression gets you there too
when
sometimes.
they are physically sound and there is no brain condition affecting them, like such as Alzheimer's.
Mhm.
All right.
Some days the glass gets refilled, but most days it's just empty. I would also say, so this is again not to say that it's exclusively a thing that depressed people experience, who are also medically depressed and sometimes just situationally depressed, which is also a form of medical depression. Also that there are plenty of people who are going, I am very capable and I'm very smart and I'm very intelligent, and I am aware also that there's not really much point to my life. That's really nice to know. It doesn't require being sick, air quotey, to
feel like there's no point.
Yeah.
Or to feel like you don't have a purpose and you're just kind of wandering about and you feel like that aimlessness where you feel like, I don't know what I should be doing. Because my entire life during my youth, it was what you should be doing. You should be doing your homework. You should be behaving. You should be practicing. You should be where you're told. You should be eating dinner. You should be going to bed. You should be morally appropriate. Like your whole life is, what should you be doing? You should be getting good grades. You should be planning for your future. And a lot of times, like when I look at it, it's like you grow up and you realize there's nothing you should be doing except for a laundry list of things that you were told when you were younger that you may or may not have any personal investment in. So, and in real life, there's nothing you should do other than ultimately come up with some algorithm that keeps you alive and as healthy as you can be. And that can look like any number of steps in any number of order. And so it's like there's nothing you should do right now unless an emergency happens.
Right?
Yeah.
It's just empty.
It's exhausting. Granny Baba pauses for a moment, chewing thoughtfully on her dentures.
That's about it.
That's the whole thing, huh?
That's super dark.
Your life just feels kind of pointless and directionless. Well, when I had sport, I didn't feel like that.
Anyway, look at me all talking and going on like there's no tomorrow.
I mean, I was looking at you.
Do you want to ask about my condition?
I thought I just did. Yeah, kind of.
What?
Also, it looks like you're wearing like that the image they chose was an industrial worker of some kind, because it looks like she's wearing gloves.
Yeah, I can't tell.
See the whole thing on her arm?
It could just be wrinkly arm. You don't
Could
know.
could be an elbow.
It could be.
I don't know. I keep getting this impression of like a uniform kind of thing.
Yeah, something
like where you have your high-waisted
especially
belted pants.
like with the gloves down here and okay, down here. So I'm gonna do this.
By her hands.
So right in here, guys. This here, I'm like, that is some serious freaking
like strong joints.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, despite your illness, how do you manage to stay afloat? I mean, where do you get your happiness? Granny Baba gives me a heartwarming smile.
Memories, my dear.
I get my happiness while I'm losing my memories from my memories.
I'm okay. Memories, my dear. They are our most important possessions. And if you can't see how that's really fucking...
Doesn't it make you
that doesn't
sad to
follow.
be losing your most important possession at all? In any way?
You can lose your car, your clothes, all your money, but memories will always be there, which is a goddamn lie.
That sounds like the opposite of the condition you just described. So you're saying when the glass empties of water, it's not your memories going away, it's just your awareness and focus. So your memories are totally intact and you have them to keep you happy, but you just are totally confused because of the Alzheimer's, is what I'm hearing.
Right. Is there something in the past that makes you happy inside? Something that you will never forget?
Happy thoughts. It was sporting before I broke my leg.
It was
Dating Ken at the very beginning.
Peter Pan.
It was pretty good. There's a lot that I can think of. A lot of happy memories. Are we going to go through our memories in the hospital?
Oh, God.
I feel like this is going to be going through the memories in the hospital.
And hold on to them. Reach out and grab them by their lily-livered little fucking chicken necks. Strangle them as hard as possible. And tell them bitches just to hold on.
Okay.
Never let them go.
I will continue to choke the chicken, I guess?
I'll never let you go, Jack.
Something you said about chicken necks? I don't remember.
Yeah. Just playing with Popats. It's fine. Remembering is living. And living is remembering.
So as long as you're alive, you remember, even if you don't have any memories.
Oh my God. This is so tone deaf to
This
itself.
is such a weird, specific angle to take with someone you've decided has Alzheimer's. So
And also specifically has dementia, not just Alzheimer's.
Did they say dementia in the words?
No, but I'm saying that we're pointing out going that it's not Alzheimer's doesn't mean that you have dementia. But it seems like the character doesn't just have Alzheimer's, they have dementia as well.
I'm not sure, but they certainly are a wandering risk.
Right.
Which is its own kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Even if my brain would forget things, my heart would always tell me that I have lived a good life. That makes
What they're saying
no fucking sense.
is that memories are a part of your body itself, built into you, and the very fiber of your biological being will tell you if your life's been good or not, even if your brain is as empty as a tuna can.
No. Okay, for my experience, the answer to that is no.
At all.
That is not accurate in the slightest.
Everyone that I've ever met with Alzheimer's,
massive stress-induced, basically, forgetfulness that sucks. Because I really sometimes go, I don't remember what just happened like 2 minutes ago.
But have you had a good life?
I don't remember all of it, so I couldn't tell you anymore.
In general? More positive than negative?
I don't really think so.
So,
Sometimes.
you can't feel it in your bones that your life has been good anyway.
Yeah,
I mean, that might seem a little dark, but I apologize.
Yeah,
but I'm like, I feel like my friend is correct in that this is just super tone deaf, but also them just saying, no, you'll feel it in your heart even if your mind can't remember it.
This is fine.
I don't think that's accurate at all. I've known some people that have had, like grandparents, great-grandparents, let alone some of the people that I met in my first job in a nursing home that had Alzheimer's, and they were distressed at losing their memories. Even when they knew things were good, they were distressed about it. It was frustrating, it was exhausting, it was, all of these things.
It's also, for some people, really fucking embarrassing because they go, but I knew how to do this thing, or I believe I should know how to do this thing, what's going on?
I kind of feel like, honestly, based on what I've seen, that the movie Batteries Not Included did a really good job of portraying memory loss and disorientation, a form of what might be considered dementia.
I haven't seen Batteries Not Included in years, so
anyway,
I couldn't answer that.
God, was it Jessica Landry or whatever? Anyway, so the actress who did an amazing job, and she really was stuck in either delusions or very, very confused when things weren't working right. And it might not be perfectly accurate, but it was one of those things of whenever she was really thinking about reality, she was overwhelmed, she was confused, she was lost because it didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Good life.
Even if I wake up in the morning not knowing who I am or where I am, there is always happiness in my heart.
And I apologize if that was a bad portrayal of how, aging and memory works. It seemed good based on what I've met in real life for some people.
Yeah.
All right. And it wasn't just Alzheimer's. There was more going on there.
Mm-hmm. Why? Because I cherish life.
All the life.
All life.
What are the memories that you hold on to? The ones that even when you can't remember them make you feel happy.
Me? Well, there's the time my son and my daughter took me to the beach.
Just one time.
My husband and I were so happy, frolicking along the shore, the dog chasing us.
I find that fascinating. Our children took us to the beach and we went frolicking. It's kind of charming, like you were very whimsical when you were younger.
Also sounds really mixed up in that way.
Mm-hmm.
A pair of adults had their children
take them to the beach. And the adults went
And the
frolicking.
adults went romping off, and the children probably sat there on the beach towels and went, ah, yes.
And drank mimosas.
Yeah.
Because I think that's what that's what the superior adults drink
Yeah.
in the movies.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or the
Anyway,
Appetinis.
so this experience of just going, it sounds a little wild. On the other hand, I mean, I've heard of our parents were poor, we both did well, so we started doing nice things for them when we, got rich as their kids, so who knows.
Yeah. It is a moment I will never forget. A moment that will always be embedded in my heart.
No matter what medical condition I experience, this thing will be impervious to it, which is not how it works, even if you're really passionate about something. Granny Baba takes my hand and grips it.
So, young man, you with a healthy mind, always focus on the positive. Except we will have to fucking deal with that in the next one. My goody two-shoe children and weird memories that do or do not make sense. Who cares? It's a freaking fictional universe. This doesn't have to necessarily make sense, but it's very frustrating. So, thank you very much for joining me on my adventure down memory lane.
Yes.
And if you like what I have done or wish to help me remember, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and also go to Ko-Fi or Patreon and give me a little bit more memory back. It helps to give Mama some sugar. Okay? So, I have been Scandal.
And if not, you can always check out Granny Baba's OnlyFans. And I have been Lies. And it was great playing with you. Bye!